Brownsville ISD. Thank you for your time, service to the Brownsville community, and for your attention this evening.
This concludes our public comment period. Under Roman numeral 9A1, discussion, consideration, and possible action to recommend awarding RFQ 26-122 forensic audit services.
I want to start by first thanking Dr. Chavez and your staff for this presentation. I want to thank Ms. Mary Garza for her thorough presentation, as well as Ms. Rosie Pena and your entire team for this very transparent and tedious process. And of course, thank you to all the presenters and for those who submitted their application. We appreciate you. And very quickly, I'm going to say, so according to the tabulation results from all trustees, the highest ranked was CLA for auditing services pursuant to RFQ number 26122. Clifton Larson Allen.
That is the motion, Madam President. You may now entertain a second.
Second.
Grítales, Carlos. Grítales a la chingada. Grítales, Carlos.
So we have a first and a second vote.
Say yes for me.
All right.
Thank you.
The first presenters, Ms. Pena. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Motion passes 5 yes, 1 no, and 1 abstention.
Yeah.
Announcements?
Of course, we are in December, so you'll go. Oh, yes. Here, let me say with regards to December 9th, we have the special call meeting, 5:30 p.m. here in the boardroom. December 10th through the 12th, Santa and Friends at 7 p.m.
Oh, now you mentioned fine arts.
December 10th, Parents in Education at 9:30 a.m. over at Lopez Early College High School Auditorium. December 13th, we've got the elementary UIL at 8 a.m., and we have that at various campuses. December 15th, board workshop at 5:30 p.m.
Oh, now you mention it.
We've got December 16th. We've got the rescheduled regular board meeting, 5:30 p.m. here in our boardroom. December 17th, community tamalada at 5 p.m. over at CAD cafeteria. You're all invited.
Ah, sí.
December 22nd through January 5th, 2026 is the staff holiday break. For our students, December 22nd, 2025 through January 6th, 2026, we have the student holiday break. Thank you so much to everyone.
Just a question, Dr. Chavez, on the activities for the UIL
Sorry.
on Saturday. They're going to be at various campuses. Could you send us the different campuses that we'll be hosting?
Dr. Chavez, and what time is the tamalada?
HEB, sponsor me, por favor, porque soy pobre.
Tamalada, we have it at 5 p.m. over at the CAD cafeteria.
Okay. From 5 to what time?
5, we usually run for about 2 hours, so yeah, 7 o'clock.
I'm going to try to make it, but I have a huge commitment with my family. And you know how that goes. It's my birthday. If I don't go happy, they might get their feelings hurt. But I will try my best to try and catch you guys up.
Well, we can have tamales next time we get together.
That would be excellent, sir.
Sorry. I'm trying not to curse, guys. I'm trying not to curse.
God
bless
Ms.
you, keep
Garza
you
has
healthy.
something she'd like to say.
Yes, I just wanted to let the 3 firms know I abstained only because I was very impressed by all 3 of you, that it was a very hard decision for me because all of you came up here and presented very well, and I was very impressed by all 3 of you. So that is the reason why I abstained, because it was really
Looking
hard
for
on
my
me to make
stapler. I don't know where I
that
put it,
decision.
but anyway.
So thank you for taking the time and putting all your effort into this RFQ.
We're watching
Thank
the
you.
rest of this bullshit.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Sorry, if
And
you're
just
not a
one
fan of me
favor,
cursing, get over it.
Obviously, thank you to you guys, but especially thank you to the staff. You guys are here staying late. It's past 9 p.m.
Ay, por favor, your board
So,
meetings have gone
you've been
past
here
midnight.
since 7, whatever in the morning. So just thank you guys. You guys have put countless hours
Phone went all wet.
into this, and that's additional work that we as a board give to you, and we fully recognize it. So just thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those that we'll see tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow because we have another meeting tomorrow.
Ms. Daniela?
Motion to adjourn. Ms. Peña.
And also, I want to thank you, the firms. It was really hard. It was very tight, and the scores like we're right next to each other. I wish you a very, very blessed Christmas and a blessed 2026. Thank you for being here, and keep up your great work because all of you are.
I don't know where my stapler is, but I can deal with
Can I
that
have a
later.
motion to
I have a
adjourn?
motion. I need a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Oh!
Please vote.
All right, it's over. Good God Almighty! I'm sorry if you do not like cursing. I mean, I curse. It is what it is. I curse. I curse. It's fine. Okay. All right. So I did watch this amazing board meeting. It truly was amazing, to be quite honest. I mean, man, did they outdo themselves. They truly did. They really outdid themselves. Alrighty. So, by the way, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, all that good stuff. But, good God Almighty, man. Just when I thought, just when I thought that this board could not stoop any lower than what they did, than what they have. Sorry, let's see. So we're gonna open up a couple things here. Again, just when I thought that this board could not stoop any lower than what it has, and I'm gonna preface this by saying I know not everybody on that board gets along. I know I get it. I completely get it. But they all work as a team, all that good stuff, even though all that good stuff. So, hi everybody. I know it was 8 minutes. As soon as I was about to go live, the board meeting came back on. I was like, oh God, I need to put my headset in. I got to do all this stuff. And I'm using a headset because I don't want like you guys to get feedback from the mic and the speakers. I'm like, there's too much shot. But anyway, excuse me. So this board meeting was extremely interesting. Today's board meeting, I'm going to pull up my notes here. I should have done this. Then again, I was in a rush to go live because, yeah, I was in a rush. Okay, so today's board meeting was about forensic audit services to see who they would get as a vendor. They already picked it. Obviously, at the end, you saw that. But then we went to some presentations that was requested by the Golden Girl, La Golden Girl, Ms. Grantland, and our favorite Nepo baby, Daniela Lopez Valdez, where they talked about ESSER funds, TRE, TRI, voter approved, tax ratification, election. And that's where it got interesting. And I did post this question. Were they actually going to mention the TRE election for the PAC? Because they were talking about TRE. So yes, I did pose the question. Were they going to talk about the TRE TRE election or mention it. And good God, did they. But there were some major issues. Yes, some Bubba's 33 sauce, whatever that restaurant is, got on my shirt. So don't come after me unless you're gonna buy me a new one. But so let's pull up some interesting things I did post because it's only gonna infuriate me more if I go back to the disaster of the live, and they'll probably erase it. So as you guys know, I have a personal page, but I got sick and tired of using that to post my rants. So I made a public page. I still cannot go live on it, but if you can please follow it, good. It would help. Okay, so here is post number 1 that I did. And if you think I'm lying, go back to the board meeting because I was listening to this part on the way home from my car dealership because I had to take my car. Let's see, share screen. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this. What the heck? God dang it, Mac. Okay, NT Ways. Okay, found it. Yeah! All right! Yeah! So, this was on my drive home. I was listening to this. I waited to get home, obviously, to post this. But to the CFO, I believe her last name is Ms. Garza. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to read it. Dear Ms. Garza, I appreciate the fact that you finally mentioned the PAC, especially when she mentioned the TRE, all that stuff. She finally mentioned it. But one key thing that you said, one thing that you said that is deeply concerning is the following. I didn't write that because I was just pissed off. You said, and she did say, that the PAC was only proposed. And boy, and I said, ma'am, you are wrong. The PAC was supposed to happen. The PAC was voted on to happen. The PAC had $50 million set aside for it. Where did that money go? Or did Dr. Zendejas lie in that email she sent to staff at the beginning of the year? And then they go on with the meeting and all this stuff. They go on with the meeting and everything. It was todo bonito y todo el borlote. And they go on with the meeting, right? I'm listening. And then they get to the end of the presentation of the TRE and all that crap. And then right on cue, Denise Garza does, and I acknowledge the fact that Denise Garza mentioned that it was not written clear, a lot of the things. I do appreciate that she acknowledges the fact that there was no clear, quote unquote, text about everything that was happening with the bond and all that bullshit. But right on cue, like it happened. It happened. Right on cue. Jessica Gonzalez opens her mouth. And I'm listening while I'm enjoying my burger. By the way, I think it's called Bubba's 33 here in town. Amazing burgers. You should try them. They're all really good. While I'm eating my burger, she opens her mouth. Good God, I almost broke my LG ultra wide to both of them. I almost broke them both because of this. And I'm going to post it. I'm going to put this. This is all on my public page. Again, you can verify it with the board meeting yourself. Bam! And I put, oh, good God. And this is an open letter to you guys. To all of BISD Fine Arts, you can truly blame everything that is happening on this school board and the administration according to them. Because, I mean, I get it. Admin tells with the board and blah, 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 blah. And Minerva did say something about that, and that's the one thing I disagree with. But again, to all of BISD Fine Arts, you can truly blame everything that is happening on this school board and the administration according to them. Minerva wasn't just mentioned like, yes, like admin tells us what they suggest, blah, 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 blah. Of course, you have 2 out of the 3 amigas open their damn mouths. But here's the best part. Jessica Gonzalez, did you really indirectly call the community you serve idiots? Because, and this is why I say it, if you were watching it, she asked, I think her name is Mary Garza, the interim CFO, if they could explain it to us, because there's people that don't understand, or basically that don't understand, even if they put it in black and white, so many different ways of what a TRE and all this means. Basically calling the community dumbasses. Sorry for my language again. I apologize. I am going to curse in this because of how pissed off I am. You serve BISD, Jessica. How in the hell do you indirectly call your community that you serve, that you got voted in, the people who voted you in? How the hell do you call them idiots or call us idiots? And it's not just the community. You're calling your teachers, your staff, everybody that works for BISD idiots. And this is the next part. Are you saying that we can't comprehend the million times where you present your little presentations, even if you put it in black and white, which she did? Whether you like to think or not, we can read and we can understand. We can understand. What we can't understand is how you constantly lie to everyone. We can't understand. What the hell do you get from yelling and from, I yell a lot, and that's why I said it. But what the hell do you get from lying to everybody and calling your damn teachers, your damn staff members, everybody in your community idiots? What the hell did you get from that? Oh, because you're on the board, you can do that? Do you have a master's, Jessica? Do you have a DMA? Do you have a PhD? Do you even have a bachelor's? Just because you're on the school board does not make you better than me or anybody else in this damn city. Same thing goes for you, Nepo baby. But anyway, let's continue. To the 3 amigas and Mr. Chavez, because again, sir, I will never say doctor in front of your name because you have lost that right. Are you going to reprimand? Is there a way to reprimand somehow former superintendent Dr. Zendejas for the email listed below? And I'll show the email. Is there a way to do that, you four? Because if there is, I mean, she works for Region 1. Are you going to reprimand her for that? Yes, this mess was created by prior board members and administration. But you all inherited this problem and did nothing. And this goes back to Zendejas. This goes back to Rene. And this goes to you, Chavez. And the board that's there right now. Now, again, unfortunately, yes, it sounds, this rant is towards all of them. Because even though I know for sure Minerva and Carlos, I can't speak for Frank, the two that constantly get silenced are for the community. They are equally sharing the blame because of the results that come out of their damn voting. But what the hell did Rene do for the whole time he was here? Why can't we ask him? Oh, wait a minute, he's in McAllen. He left. What about the CFO that left? Mr. Chavez, you really are going to tell us that you don't know what the hell happened with all that money? But okay, let's continue. Do you really expect us, the community, and your entire fine arts department, including the admins, to blame? Do you really expect us to blame former Director of Fine Arts, Dr. Rebecca Rendon, and former Instrumental Supervisor, Paul Flinchbaugh, for the PAC not happening? They were the ones who were advocating for the PAC and did all the work for you. Did you all forget that? Did you? And I'm glad Minerva said it. Miss Peña, I'm glad you said that you were in those meetings. So you know that the PAC was supposed to happen. Are we really supposed to blame the two people who worked their butts off to get the schematics, to get the planning, everything down, for the PAC not happening with the TRE? Oh, but it was only in phase 1. Yeah, because you all used the money. Where that money went, who knows? No one can answer that damn question. Como dice Stephen A., that's $50 million. I can't really say it. I can't say it like him because it's Stephen A. Pero como dice Stephen A., what the actual fuck? Excuse me. And then Ms. Garza, this is why I think this entire district, the Glass Palace and the board have damn amnesia or they're something. Because she says the following: oh, we didn't know what kind of PAC the district was going to want. Again! Dr. Rebecca Rendon and Paul Flintwell did all the work for you. They did. They did the planning. They did everything. Then again, I'm pretty sure you all forgot because you all erased everything that those two amazing individuals did. More importantly, you erased the schematics and the plans from the district website. You can no longer find them. So you're going to say to us that the district didn't know what kind of PAC they wanted? They had the plans. In service, they showed the plans. How does that not tell you, oh, this is the PAC that we want. This is the PAC that's going to serve us. And they go into the amount of, and she went into the seating. Okay, I get it. Who gives a shit? But the fact that you said you didn't know what kind of PAC BISD Fine Arts wanted, that we are to blame admin for what's happening? Jessica? No. We are not to blame them. And we're not to blame the ones that are currently in Fine Arts admin. The people at fault are the board and the entire Glass Palace. Past board members, current board members, current superintendent, and past superintendents. They're the ones to blame. Not Mike Garcia, or Michael Garcia, sorry, out of respect. Not Sam Rodriguez, not Rebecca Rendon, and not Paul Flinchbaugh. They are not the ones to blame. It is you all that are to blame. And the Glass Palace. But it made me sick. Absolutely sick that you all said that bullshit. Ridiculous. If only Rebecca Rendon, Dr. Rebecca Rendon, I'm so sorry, ma'am, I will give you that respect. And Mr. Paul Flinchbaugh were there to hear that. They would be furious and fuming. If fine arts teachers weren't scared to speak because of retaliation and they were in that meeting, they would be fuming. Hell, I was planning to go to this board meeting, but again, my car screwed up. I had to tow it to GMC Saturday, so I didn't have a car to get to the board meeting until like 5 o'clock when I had to drive up there in an Uber. I am so glad that I didn't go to this board meeting. Why? Because I'd be crashing out more there than I am now. And I probably would have gotten kicked out, arrested, and yeah, I don't need that crap. But the fact that you want fine arts and the community to place the blame on two of the most amazing administrators fine arts has had and the current administration, you all are ridiculous. Jessica, Denise, Nepo Baby, and Chavez. Y'all are ridiculous. Yes, I understand Minerva did say what she said. And she had every right to say. But you four, how the hell do you sleep at night? Well, Chavez sleeps good because he gets to leave 2-3 days early before school holidays. He gets to leave early. They don't tell him anything. Denise, Jessica, they don't give a crap. Denise is focusing on losing her election to Sylvia Cortez. I think that's her name. And Nepo Baby's busy with her dad making all this money on the side. So I don't see how the hell y'all can not sleep uncomfortably. I'm pretty sure, I'd like to hope and think Frank is losing sleep over this. I'd like to hope and think, even though she's new, Grantland is losing sleep over this. For sure, Carlos and Minerva probably are. And again, I know people don't like Carlos. I know people don't like Minerva. But if you guys really think about it, they are the only ones advocating for students. So I'm going to continue with this. The meeting honestly made me sick to hear that. And I'm really guessing my anger and everybody's anger for voting no on the bond, for getting pissed off at the superintendent, for gaslighting the community, and all the other BS that they've put out. Like they said, it's manufactured distrust. By who, Daniela? By who, Three Amigas? By who, Grantland? By who, Chavez? By who? Not by me. I'm just a you can call me a disgruntled ex-employee. Not me. Not Frankie. Frankie has no connection to the district. Just what he's spitting is facts on a lot of the stuff. Not Susan, who's coming out with receipts. Not Miss Crandall, who's coming out with receipts. Not Miss Catalina, who is speaking out against y'all. It's not us that's manufacturing the distrust. It is you all. Because you all have lied to us time and time again. Y'all are still pissed about the bond. The bond didn't pass because you guys lied to us. How much more do I need to say it, Daniela? How much more do I need to say it, Denise? How much more? Jessica, especially you. How much more do I need to say it? If you like, I could create an AI picture. This is not AI, but I can create a picture, be all nice y bonito, and put, you all lied to us. If you want characters, you just gotta let me know. I can put a picture of Juan Gabriel pissed off, a picture of Jenny Rivera pissed off. I can put a picture of anybody pissed off if you want. But what part of you is this rage from not only me as a former fine arts teacher, as a former band director, but the rage of teachers that are employed with the district that can't speak because they know you all will retaliate. The rage from community members because you lied to our face. It's our fault that we manufactured how pissed off we are? No, ma'am. It is your fault. It is the Three Amigas' fault, and it is Chavez's fault. I can't really say Granlin because she's new. And Frank, like I said, Frank just sits there, he'll ask the questions, and that's it. But it is not our fault. It is y'all's fault that this happened. That we're pissed, that we can't trust you. Oh, let's continue with this. Again, to BISD Fine Arts, I am so sorry that this is happening to you. You all are getting the wrong end of the stick, and it's sickening. Yet the board in the Glass Palace wants you all to bow down to them with any when any little performance is requested. And then I tagged who I tagged, and I said I was going live after 9 o'clock tonight. It's fucking ridiculous what this board is doing, what the Glass Palace is doing. Because they want, and I'm speaking just for fine arts. I'm pretty sure academic wise it is to shit too. But I'm speaking for fine arts. You are giving them the shortest end of the stick. But yet, excuse me, you want them to do all these performances for you. I get it. It's the holidays, and I love Christmas. Trust me, I do. By the way, if anybody wants to get me anything for Christmas, get me a Nerf gun and get me some Barney merch. I'm a Barney baby at heart. It's that's just how it is. But anyway, you want fine arts to do all these performances, but yet you are giving them, and I'm gonna excuse my language, you're giving fine arts the shit end of the stick. And I'm gonna take some more screenshots. So I don't have to put my Facebook out there because right now it's just on my personal one. Here's one. And let's see. Oh, ha ha! This. No, there's nothing music there. I'm finding one more. Hold on. I gotta scroll up. I love that I know the shortcuts on Mac already. So there we go. 3. And I'm gonna do one more. Come on. Here. Oh, last one. All right. So we got rid of this one. Oh, and there's one more aside. There's one more. Where's one more screenshot aside from the ones I just took that you heard. Yet you're giving BI's Glass Palace and School Board. A mí no me vas a decir que you're not giving fine arts the shit end of the stick. Now you want to say that the pack was only in phase 1, that it wasn't it wasn't going to happen because the money went to other things that were needed. And I'm going to prove to you why that is a lie. But anyway, you give fine arts the chiat end of the stick. Yet, and this is not to downgrade what these people did. They're good teachers. But here we go. Fine arts at the Glass Palace. Doing Christmas caroling. Fine arts at the Glass Palace. But yet, there's no pack. And that fine arts was lying, and that the people of fine arts in the community were lying. They only shared that because the bank posted it. Again, they only shared this because the band posted it. Now, if somebody can correct me, that's fine. I am cool with that. I am all for getting corrected when it's needed and when it's supposed to happen. But were there any board members there? Or was going to a band concert too much trouble for you? Aside from them, if again, I will reiterate my post that I did about Region 28, all region ban. Consistently, and I mean consistently, BISD has always earned the most chairs at the high school, which is this that you're seeing right now, and at the middle school level, which is in January, February. Consistently, BISD outshines every single district. But yet this couldn't come from the actual Facebook of the district. It had to be shared from a banned Facebook. Were there board members there? I don't know. But let's continue. He finally mentioned something fine arts. Santa and Friends. Which I've never actually been to Santa and Friends in the entire time I was a student or even now. But he actually mentioned Santa and Friends. This is where I will give you a little applause, Mr. Travis. You mentioned something, a performance of fine arts. You know what this serves up, people? This is the fundraiser for the department. This doesn't go to different departments in the district. This is the fundraising event for fine arts to benefit them. I've seen pictures. Hey, whoever's in charge of doing Santa and Friends on any given year, y'all do some awesome production. I saw pictures of the ones last year. Amazing setting. It's gonna be at Cab at there at the stadium. It's gonna be at the Cab Auditorium. If y'all wouldn't have wasted that $50 million on that stupid ass scoreboard and pocketed it yourself, can you imagine how much bigger the production could be with Santa and Friends at the pack we were supposed to have? Bigger production, more money for them, and more money for every program in fine arts. But they have to stuff themselves inside the Cab Auditorium. And there's no room. I don't know how they do it. I will commend them for that because I don't know how they fit on that stage. And they have to spread it out between 3 days because that's how sold out it gets. So he mentioned this. Awesome. But I will throw it in your face. I will throw this in your face, Mr. Travis. You couldn't announce that 2 of your most historic programs performed at the state marching contest. Hannah had gone the week before Lopez. But you couldn't mention that? You couldn't mention, oh, Hannah just finished performing at the state marching contest. They're already back. Lopez is about to perform whatever day at nighttime. You couldn't mention that? But yet you go and do the photo op with the cake and talking to the kids and saying all this BS to the kids. And I will give you this, sir. You went to the Lopez performance. There is photographic evidence, so I will applaud you for that. But you couldn't mention the performance in an open board meeting? Again, Hannah and Lopez. No diss to anybody, to any of the other programs, middle school or high school. But we all know that Hannah and Lopez are 2 of your most historic award-winning band programs. And you couldn't mention them in a meeting. It is already December. How come you haven't recognized them at a board meeting? You did it for Vela when they got 5th in the state. Why couldn't you recognize Hannah at a board meeting like you usually do with every other thing? Whether congratulations to the kids who use Apple for their schoolwork that got recognized at campus. Hey, congratulations. you at least couldn't bring in the Hannah staff and the drum majors in? And after Lopez's performance, you could have done it today. You could do it tomorrow, but it's not on the agenda. You couldn't bring the directors from Lopez and their drum majors in to get recognized? You know, the last time Lopez performed at night was about 5 to 10 years before I got there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel like going into the history books. It's too much. You can't recognize the people who represent you. And that's sickening. And here's the next one. Again, you have fine arts kids. And by the way, elementary music, now that it's going to ukulele, you have this. You have the dance team. You have kids playing guitar, accordion, the drum line that Victor's doing. Hey, that's awesome, because that is prepping them for middle school and high school band or guitar or dance or whatever they choose to do. But yet, you want them to go and perform at the Glass Palace. But yet, you've been stalling on a damn facility that was supposed to be built years ago. But wait a minute. Oh, it was just proposed. It was just in phase 1. It was actually never going to happen. And we had to use that somewhere else. You can't say where else because you know that you guys wasted it. But then we have Mr. Chavez there on the bottom. You see that right there? The last one on the bottom right-hand side. There is Mr. Chavez. The photo op. Like, freaking sickening. So, the Glass Palace and the board, the three amigas and their puppet, want you to think that this pact was never going to happen. That it was just in phase 1, like Ms. Garza said. And she basically made fun of the fact that she had to bring it up to the board again to present, because apparently we're all idiots and can't understand. Well, this is why I said, can they actually reprimand? If somebody can tell me in the comments, can they reprimand a former former superintendent? And I'll say, why? Can they really reprimand a former superintendent for this? Yeah. Can they reprimand a former superintendent for this? Let's read the email from whoever saved this email. If you can send me a private message on my personal Facebook, I will thank you immensely for it. But let's read this beautiful email, shall we? Let me zoom it in for you guys, because even though I have my glasses, I'm also blind too. Boy, sons of the dog biscuits. Actually was cursing, but I didn't want to say it, actually. Okay. So, welcome back to 2018-2019. From Dr. Esperanza Zendejas to herself, but obviously we know it was sent out to the district. BISD team, welcome back to the 2018-2019 school year. I hope your summer break provided you with the time to rejuvenate and time with your family and friends. I am happy to welcome you back for another successful year filled with individual, team, school, and district accolades. Our first day of classes is August 20th, 2018. I know thousands of our students are looking forward to returning to their schools and are extremely excited about meeting their new teachers. I was actually one of those when I was in school. Again, HEB, sponsor me, por favor. HEB, sponsor me. Oh, wow, they already have the Christmas. It has the Christmas stuff on it. But anyway, this year we plan to continue to place significant focus on student learning and student engagement. Because of your dedication with our students, our schools are outperforming many others of similar demographics and size. Your service to our students is outstanding and much appreciated. On Wednesday, August 15, 2018, TEA will release the statewide accountability grade for each school district and first accountability status for each one of our schools. Because of your good work, we are expecting to receive a very good rating from TEA. We are also excited to work with TEA and Systems of Great Schools. Besides our continuous work on academic improvements, we plan to work on reducing the paperwork required for student and staff travel. We will be improving other business operations by adding and utilizing our current technology throughout the district. And this is the best part of the email. La chulada. The chulada of the email. Ay, San Antonio. Okay, right here. Ahora. The chulada of the email. Right here. This chulada right there. We are also dedicated to improving our facilities, and thanks to your support for the TRE election in 2015, upgrades continue to be made on the soccer fields, band halls, which actually happened to Pace and Porter, very much needed, and middle school tracks. Furthermore, plans continue for a new Hannah EHS, Early College High School, much needed gymnasium, which I've never been, but the outside looks very nice, and a new performing arts center. There are other smaller projects going on throughout the district that will improve our facilities. Again, this is an email from the superintendent confirming that the pack was supposed to happen. And I got this from Sylvia and Frank, I believe. New Performing Arts Center. Keep in mind, the Robert Buchanan Performing Arts Instructional Center at Hannah High School was built in 2012 by ERO Architects. So she isn't talking about Hannah's. This was the Performing Arts Center that was supposed to happen. But yet, we're manufacturing hate? We're manufacturing distrust? We're manufacturing the sheer anger that we have? Really? Really? And then I'm going to continue reading the email. I would also like to welcome all our new employees to BISD and wish them the best this school year. In conclusion, please join me in welcoming our new assistant superintendents. All these fools, because I don't know who they are. I am proud to represent BISD and proud to be part of this great team. Best wishes for a great new school year. Dr. Esperanza Zendeja, Superintendent. Good. Jessica, if you wanna come after me for saying this, okay? It's called freedom of speech. You are the one that's an idiot. You are the one that is stupid. You are the one that's lying. And can't read, apparently. Because I know that you go through Frankie's page. I know you go through Susan's. I know you go through Maria's. Because the minute they start talking about you, you're in the comment section fighting everybody. If you want, I'll send this to you in an email so you can read it. But there it is. The performing arts center that was never supposed to happen, according to Ms. Garza, and to the three amigas and the superintendent. Cuba, right here, in black and white, like you like to say, Jessica. It was supposed to happen. But to be honest, and I've said this many times, you know where I think this money went? To that piece of crap scoreboard that you have to have ads playing, because how are you going to pay it off? 1, 2, to the previous board and administration's pocket. I will put her in this because, I mean, it happened while she was here. I'll put it in on Rene's name because of him too. I'll put it on Sylvia Atkinson's name too, because she did get popped for stealing. It was a $10,000 bribe, and she's already out. By the way, To be honest, I think that's why her brother's still working in pupil services. But anyway, you all again lied tonight to the entire community. First, you said the PAC had never existed. There was never a TRE election. There was never anything TRE, TRI, whatever the hell you want to call it. First, you all said that you released that video at the 11th hour. Then all this evidence comes out. And now today, you finally decide to say, oh, yeah, it was in phase 1, but it wasn't actually certain. And we didn't know what kind of PAC they wanted, what size or anything. Really, Mary Garza? Again, I understand you're new because the other one ran with his tail between his legs. He ran off because he knew he was screwed. But really? I know you have Facebook. If you're telling me, oh, I don't have Facebook, I don't know how to work it. My father knows how to work Facebook, and that man barely knows how to use his cell phone. He's seen the post that Frankie's done. He's seen the post that Sylvia has done because he sees what I share. You're going to tell me you've never heard of this email? You're going to tell me you've never seen this? You're going to tell me that you've never seen the articles that have come out about this? Maybe if somebody in the Glass Palace, whoever in the Glass Palace, I don't need to know your name or I don't need to know who it is or what your name is, but to whoever in the Glass Palace was told to erase all the renderings, all the floor plans, everything that Dr. Rendon and Mr. Flinchball did, I hope you do get in trouble for it. And it's at the fault of the Glass Palace and the board. But to those who ordered those people to erase the renderings, anything mentioned about this beautiful email that's right here. It's a beautiful email, I know. Correct punctuation and everything for all the grammar warriors. If you want to vet this, go to Frankie's page and watch the video where he talks about where Erasmo is mentioning the PAC. He has footage from the board meetings. He has all this stuff and this beauty of a screenshot from an email that Zendeja sent. I hope in fine arts, because again, this is to the PAC, I hope everyone in fine arts is pissed off at this board. I know everybody was excited about the PAC and all this, and then I know people that voted for the bond, and I'm mad at them. I'm not. Everybody has their opinion to vote. But those people who were hoping and praying that this was actually going to happen, the bond, and Jesus's little bailout loan failed, and he's gaslighting you guys, and yet the school board that you work for and their interim CFO lied and said that what we were saying, either me publicly, Frankie publicly, Susan publicly, anybody that is covering this publicly, we're manufacturing. I know probably some of you are talking with your compadres and comadres and are pissed off that the PAC was never built. I hope all of you are just as pissed off as I am that they called you all liars for saying that the PAC was supposed to happen. Teachers who are no longer here that were in those meetings, those staff development meetings, where Dr. Rebecca Rendon and Paul Flinchball presented the schematics and the layouts and the blueprints, everything about the PAC, because it was set in stone. I hope all the fine arts is pissed off at those 4 individuals and the CFO. One, for calling all of you, and I'm going to include myself, calling it stupid. They lied about this PAC not actually supposed to happening. And again, this is a clear email from Dr. Esperanza Zendejas. Unless this is some damn good photo editing, better than that other photo editing that happened. Again, unless you have a BISD email And you want to think of this as photo editing, that's fine. You have every right to think. We're gonna, oh, sons of the biscuits. This was not photo edited. Because unless you have a BISD email, who the hell got this part down here? Again, Jessica Gonzalez called us all stupid. All those 4 individuals lied to us. The proof is right there. Fine Arts has seen the schematics. Fine Arts had a staff development where they talked about the plans and where this was actually going to happen. Shame on this board. And I'll put the blame on the CFO too, because but also she's also just a puppet like Travis is. Shame on all of you all for spitting in the face of 2 of the most amazing admins that Fine Arts has ever had. The current admins, past and current Fine Arts teachers. This board is a damn disgrace. Oh, and don't even get me started with Adina Alegria. Adina, you can send me a cease and desist. You probably still have my information because I was a member of TVEA because at the time, again, I didn't know. I didn't know what was actually happening. I didn't know what was actually happening at the time. I didn't understand anything when it came to a lot of stuff as far as like who to choose for a union and all this. I didn't understand that. But now I do. Now I understand why TVEA, the worst possible union that we have in BISD. They're money hungry people. And that is my opinion. I have every right to state my opinion. You don't like it, Adina? You don't like it, Mr. Alegria? I'm sorry. But you all are the worst teachers union in BISD. I don't know how the hell you all have membership, to be quite honest. I don't. But for Adina Alegria, ma'am, you know why? Hi, Yaya. Adina, you know why we're rated an A for financial responsibility or whatever by TEA? Do you really know why? It's because they don't go through everything. They only look at certain metrics. That's why we have an A. They've even presented on it as to why we have an A. Because they only look at certain metrics. Do you really think if TEA were to really, and I mean really dive into the financials of BISD, you think we'd get an A, Adina? Hell no, we wouldn't. We would have an F. Hell, the district might not even exist anymore because of that. But for you to say that you don't see why there needs to be a financial audit tells me that you are in cahoots with the 3 amigas and their puppet. That you and your father and your entire organization are in cahoots with the 3 amigas and their puppet. Hold on, because somebody's asking me a question here about... For you to say that there is no need for forensic audit, that we need to think because we got an A in accountability from TEA. Again, Adina, they've even said finance. Finance has said that they only go through certain metrics. They don't go through the entire financials of BISD. They should have the day that they arrested Sylvia Atkinson, but they didn't. They didn't. And you don't want a Jesus Christ, Adina. Mejor quédate callita, por favor. Please. Because you have no idea what you're saying. The utter stupidity that you mentioned, which go to the final minutes of the board meeting, because that's when she talks. No, you know what? Screw it. Let's go and we're gonna listen to it. We are gonna listen to it. Let's see. We're gonna go to my to personal page. Come on, intranet. Let's listen to the idiocracy of Adina Alegria. Because good God Almighty. I'm gonna play. I found it. Sorry. I had to go to the Facebook of the district and all that bullshit. Let's see. Share screen. Window. What did I do? Right here. Sorry about that. Okay. This is the last half of the board meeting where you hear the stupidity of her. Come on. Is it playing? Yeah. Shut up, Pat. Minerva already looks annoyed by her. Denise is not even paying attention. Jessica looks annoyed as hell. Denise ain't paying attention. Homegirl here that likes to say F you to board members isn't paying attention. I'm gonna go back really quick and do this. Okay. So look at the body language. Miss Peña's probably thinking, shit, we gotta listen to this one again. She's just there to look beautiful and stuff. He don't care because he is the puppet to her, and her. She don't care because she still gets money from vendors. That's why they don't want to do it. And her daddy gives her money. He just sits there, and these two don't give a damn. And then you have he's the attorney who gives a crap about him. Then you have Miss Pat, where she likes to say F you to board members. Mr. Elizondo is on Zoom. But anyway, let's listen. Minerva. Look at it. Ew. Pause. So CTE was part of Proposition A, dummy. But anyway. All right. All right. I don't need to listen to this shit again. But anyway. Adina. You very well know that BISD isn't financially sound, hijita. Why would we be in a deficit? Answer that, no? You don't agree to an audit? Why? Because you're scared that your name is probably going to come out too, along with your father in the association? That y'all are getting kickbacks from the board, aside from what you charge teachers? Adina, they only grade certain things. And the financial audit report is done by the district itself. You don't think they're going to hide stuff? Come on. I thought you were better than that, Adina. I really had some hope for you. Until this crap. But anyway. So, that is my rant. I am extremely upset by... put back up. Hold on. I am extremely upset excuse me, by this man, by Nepo Baby, and these two. He just sits there. She just sits there. As much as people don't like Minerva, she is one of the only ones that advocates for teachers and for students, aside from Carlos. But Carlos is his job. And then we have the famous FU lady. That's her. It's a shame. It's a shame what this district is doing. And then tomorrow, dear teachers, if you don't get your stipend, blame the man in the middle. The stipend was voted on prior. Why is it coming up for a vote again? It's because he right here is throwing the hissy fit that he didn't get his little bailout loan. He didn't get his bailout loan. He's pissed. He's blaming you, the community, for stuff that should have been prepared years ago. This one don't know what she's talking about because she probably lives in the fantasy world of St. Joe. Daniela Lopez Valdez, this ain't St. Joe's. This is BISD. She focused on her county election so she can get the coins and the montees, and then she don't give a damn. Because look at her. The entire time while Adina's talking, oh, it's because it's 9 o'clock. Hijitos en mi vida, you're there till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So no dicen esas cosas. But anyway, so if y'all don't get your stipend tomorrow, you know why. It's because of them. It's because of them that you're not going to get your stipend if you don't get it tomorrow. And if you don't, shame on this board. And you want to say, oh, we gave raises. Y'all, BISD is still the lowest paying district. It is. But anyway, that is it for me tonight. And something that I was going to announce. I'm going to. But I have never been one to ever think about doing this. Why? Because of the tirade I just went on. But it's okay. I personally have always been like, I'll speak out like this, and I've had family members tell me, hey, why don't you do X, Y, and Z? I'm like, come on. If I even attend a board meeting and talk the way I do, I'd get kicked out and probably arrested and end up on Brownsville Hood News. Hey, shout out to Brownsville Hood News for stepping up for the community. To the people that were affected by that fire, my heart goes out to all of you guys. And BISD, I mean, you at least posted that you were looking for kids that were affected. So, all right. But anyway, I have personally never thought about doing what I'm about to say because I have no filter. And my mouth has gotten me in trouble plenty of times. But after seeing all this stupidity and atrocity that is happening right now, I'm going to say it. And it might be a Hail Mary. But I'm willing to do it. After speaking with some people, and obviously my family tell me, you should do this, you should do this. If you do not catch my drift, for the 2028 school board election, I will be running for school board. I never thought I would do this. I never thought I would say this. But I will be running for BISD school board in 2028. Why? Because of what the hell is happening right now. Not just in fine arts. Now, most people will be like, oh, you're just going to want to be on the board to support fine arts. Yes. But what about the other kids in the district? What about your elementary kids, your middle school kids, your high school kids? What about the kids that are being affected because of this board, because of the Glass Palace? If I were to even get elected, would it help fine arts? Maybe, I don't know. But I treat them the same I would treat everybody in the district, with accountability. If I was there and they still hadn't do it, I demand a damn financial forensic audit. I would call out the three amigas if they're still there. I will call out if he's still there, Mr. Chavez. I'd do it. I'd probably get silenced like Carlos and Minerva, but it needs to happen. There needs to be an educator on that damn board. And to be honest, there needs to be an educator, a former one, obviously, that is in tune with the damn times. Miss Grantland, I get it. You were an educator at one point. You were an admin, all that stuff. That was years ago, ma'am. This is now. I would push for these repairs to get fixed. I would go into maintenance to see what the hell they're doing. If they're not just twiddling their thumbs and stuff. I would go into FNS to see why everything is happening that's happening right now. And to be honest, if I personally think the FNS director is getting retaliation. That's why she's on admin leave. I would go to warehouse and see why there's issues there. I would go to every department and see what the hell is going on. I would listen to the community if they were to tell me, hey, we don't like what's happening at this school. We don't like what's happening here, blah, 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 blah. I would listen. I would ask and hold responsible when it comes to repairs. I would have a meeting with the head of maintenance and the entire maintenance department and ask, what the hell is taking so long for these kids and these schools to have repairs? Why does a band program have to worry about their AC going out in the summer when they have millions of dollars of instruments in their facility? Unless you're going to pay for it. Why does a parent have to worry if their kid is going to be sweating like a slave in their classroom because the AC is out? Why is a parent having to worry if a damn taquach is going to come from the roof at one of the schools because you cannot repair? Because you'd rather give it to athletics because they apparently represent the district or favor a certain campus. I would fight for the community. I would fight for the teachers that can't speak out. And to be honest, I'd call for a damn audit of every single department. Of every single department, and investigation into all of them. And if people need to go, they need to go. And that makes me look like the bad person, so be it. I would not be bribed by vendors like the three amigas have been. I would not take money from anybody. Oh, put this on the agenda so we can get this passed. Or, oh, we represent you, like, give us $95,000 to spend on a damn website. I would question, what is the need for this? Where are we getting the money for this? I thought we didn't have this for money. I thought we didn't have that for money. I thought we didn't have money for anything. I would question it. So yes, I'm going to start, I guess you could say, campaigning with the help. Thank you so much to Frankie for giving me the advice, and to a lot of people that I have spoken to. I will be running for school board in 2028. I don't know what position yet. I have to look at the landscape. But best believe, if I were to get elected into the school board, if they don't like me, Minerva and Carlos right now, they are sure as hell not going to like me. Because I will call them out on their shit. Just like Erasmo did. I will speak candidly and freely like he did. And maybe drop a couple F-bombs like Miss Pat does. Because obviously that doesn't do it. If you do, it doesn't do anything. I would call for investigations. I would call for audits. I would treat everybody, all teachers, from fine arts to the science department to the health science teachers to everybody. I would treat them the same. Would I help fine arts if I could? Yes. No. What board member is offering their services to a damn department? If I got elected, shoot, I'd still clinic bands. I'd still, if I get calls, hey, can you come listen to my kids and see how they're doing on their all region or this? I voy. Or hey, can you listen to my band because we're doing this piece and I want you to come clinic us. What time and what day? Or hey, can you come watch our march rehearsal? Okay, what day? Have you ever seen a board member do that? Invest in, aside from what their profession is? Unless it's a photo op. Do you see Daniela going to schools and doing visits? Hell, at least when I was employed, you never saw her at Pistato or at Pace or at any of the schools. Do you see Denise? No. Do you see Jessica? No. Do you see the superintendent? No. Frank? No. Grantland? No. Carlos? He has a job outside of BISD, which, sir, I commend you for being an NP, because that's a lot. Who is the one that I've seen more at campuses? I actually used to run into her when I would go to Porter. Minerva Peña. And when he was alive, Erasmo Castro. You don't see the other board members unless it's a damn photo op. If a third grade reading class wanted me to go read a book to the kids, I'd do it on any given day. Or hey, can you come watch? Like my kids want to do a presentation for you. Can you come and we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z about the history of this, whatever they're studying. Send me an email and tell me what time. I'll be there. I'd have my phone available to anybody. Not a business phone, my personal phone. If you want to text me, hey, I am concerned about X, Y, and Z, or hey, I'm like, this is ridiculous of what happened at this meeting. I appreciate this and this and this, but X, Y, and Z. I would do that. My email would be open to anybody and everybody. If any department had wanted to call a meeting with me, okay, tell me what time, what place, and that's all I need to know. The only person I've seen do that, because again, I've ran into her when I used to float between Pace and Porter clusters, was Minerva. When did the superintendent or any of the other ones go to the schools? When it was a photo op or an event as far as like the kids doing like, I think the day of state march, the board meeting before state marching, like Veterans Day or something like, I can't remember, but it was something to that effect. And Minerva did go to those because yes, she is a law enforcement vet. And other board members went to other events, yes. But just to, if would Denise give up her day to go listen to a bunch of elementary kids do a little presentation on whatever they're studying? Would she go to a middle school to listen to a presentation or to see a science experiment or anything like that? Would any of the three amigas do that? No. Would the superintendent do that? Probably not, because he's stuck in his office doing God knows what, and then he takes off on all these random vacations. Frank? I don't know if he would do that. Miss Grantland? I don't think she would. Again, Carlos? He's an NP. He has his job. Okay, fine. Minerva, if you asked her, she probably most likely would say yes. So, this is going to be an interesting journey that I'm going to embark on. It's scary because I am not familiar with dang politics. I had to ask Frankie, like, hey, like whenever you do sign up, what do you do? Like, what are the steps? And like, how do I go on? Like, how do I go with this? Would I take money from people? No, not even for campaigning. That's why they invented Canva and Facebook. I can make my own campaign flyers and I can promote on Facebook. I don't need to buy a damn what are those things called? Those electronic billboards? I ain't gonna spend money on that crap. And those that do spend money on the signs, I mean, no, that's too much. And plus, I'm personally, I don't have time to be driving around town to be putting them. But yes, I am gonna run for school board. I don't know what place yet because there's 3 that are up for grabs, and in 2028, it is Minerva, Nepo baby, thank God, and Jessica are up for re-election. So I'm not sure what position I would go for, but I am going to run for school board. And hopefully it turns out the way I hope it does. And I get in and we're able to actually do what we need to do. And hopefully I have your support. But it is already past my bedtime, supposedly. I'm going to get going. Thank you all for watching this. If you're watching the replay, if you're watching right now, thank you. And I hope to have your support for 2028. And if you can, go follow Frankie on YouTube, Frankie Olivo TV, because he has some good stuff coming out. But we need to get him to 1,000. Yes. Good night, guys. And we might have another rant tomorrow, depending on how this board meeting goes. Good night, y'all. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.